I got to the point where I was pretty much done reforging all my stuff, and I thought I should clear out the last little bit of the main missions here. I've got all the submissions cleared out, but I didn't want to do them without streaming them, so here we go. Let's talk about the setup that I've got. Got my Odachi here. 200 plus 20 is the max, so I'm a little bit off from max, but that's okay. I've got the bonuses that I want on it at least. I've got my Kusarigama still. I don't really use it that much. They recently nerfed it. Blade spin isn't as strong. It's still really good. And the regular moves, the quick attacks for the living weapon mode are a little faster too. So it's still really good. It's just, Odachi's also really fucking good, so. Making a bow and a rifle here. I'm putting all the utility bonuses on it instead of drop bonuses. So I still need no guard break aiming ranged weapon on this, and I need to get long range attack damage, probably in that last slot where it says movement speed on this one, and that will be pretty much perfect on these. They also, in 1.10, I think, is the number of the current patch, they changed the way that equipment weight works. So it used to be if you put on gear up to 30.1 equipment weight, you get extra damage. That's been removed, which actually makes equipment weight damage bonus on a ranged weapon really good now, whereas before you would want agility. So with equipment weight I get 15% extra damage. With agility, since I'm B agility, I would only get about 10% extra damage. 9 or 10, something like that. So I've removed a lot of the drop stats from my gear because I found that I wasn't getting significant returns from it. I still have luck on everything, but I've got evasion and dash on my boots. I've got dodge and dash critical on my pants here, because there are also diminishing returns for evasion, key usage, and dash endurance. After 40%, once you have a total of 40% total in these stats, additional points beyond that will give half as much value. So I chose to put critical on this piece instead. I don't know what I want to put on my gloves and my hat to get rid of these low equipment and item drop rates. I think the 25% rolls that I have on my chest piece and my hat are pretty good. Plenty for me. What looks like happens is the more item drop rate you have, the more stuff that people drop, and then equipment drop rate just affects the chances that it's equipment. Best gear set with Odachi. There are a couple of good gear sets with Odachi. Hello Frog Little, by the way. I like Fanatic. I think that Tatanashi is also really good. It just gives a solid amount of damage and a lot of defense, since Odachi sort of relies on trading. I'm not sure if the He Who Never Retreats set would actually be very good. The key recovery speed would be fine. But I think probably Tatanashi is still the best overall set, unless you want to use Fanatic or Japan's Bravest. But that depends on how much you use skills and how much you use regular attacks, and I think Odachi focuses more on regular attacks than it does skills. So let's go ahead and get into the mission here. This is the best Odachi, though, in my opinion. Weaken melee weapons is a pretty useful effect. 15% chance to lower the amount of damage enemies deal to you. Pretty good. It can go higher if you reforge it on a different Odachi, but this one also comes with damage reduction for having the Yasukani Magatama, so I keep it for that. Oh, am I going to have to turn my brightness up? You can drop the smithing text from the fella in the DLC, the big centipede guy, or his human version in the duel. There's a duel fight with him and the other guy. He drops it there too. Or sometimes he'll just drop the Odachi as well. And then you might randomly get it elsewhere. Okay. There are chests. No. I just refashioned it to look wooden. Because I like the wooden weapons. I think they look neat. Simple. Somebody shooting at me? Cool. You don't look like a guard. Joke's on you. It's because I'm not. What's in here? I thought there was a chest. Must be below me. Yeah, it looks a little faded. I think it's below me. Do we want to talk to the... I'm going to talk to the bad guy down here. Hi. He drops a smithing text for his axe as well. I think I already have it. I'm gonna turn some music on. You unlock Way of the Demon by defeating the Queen's Eyes this mission in Way of the Strong. You also have to have the DLC. You don't need to beat the DLC to unlock it, but it is a part of the DLC pack. Hmm? Hey, buddy. They buffed Odachi in the recent patch. I'm very pleased with it. They increased the reach and damage of most of the attacks. Very pleasant. Aha! Can't carry any more medicine. Odachi feels so good now. Hi. See ya. I think Kato would be really, really good with Odachi, simply because it massively boosts close combat damage. I also think the Centipede goes quite well with it. To pierce through guard, so you deal a little bit of damage while you're hitting against their block, and then you break through it and deal even more damage. I use Suzaku with everything. Down. Nope, I went down the wrong way. Shit, I'm lost. Uh-oh. I'm quite lost. This is back at the beginning. Shit. I forgot how to fucking get through this level. Past those guys up here. Alright. And then this is the... at the beginning. Oh, really? Fucking shit. Maybe it's down. No. Because that's the beginning. And then that's the shortcut. I don't fucking know. Somebody help. Son of a bitch. It must be up. That don't feel right, though. I don't even fucking know where I'm going. Here's a chest I haven't opened. It's a good sign. Aha! I know where I am now. Owie. Okay, here's the fun bit. Fun might not be the right word. Ooh, stones. I like stones. Okay, well, they got me ready for the boss. Got my HP down. So, ooh, boop, 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 just in case he has a status. Yeah. I should probably do a guide for my freaking build. I keep saying I will, and then not. I find new things to reforge on it to try to get try to get it perfect. Red Kappa. Ooh, that reminds me. Yep. Okay. Tohoku. Yokai Country. For Odachi, it depends on the setup, but you probably want close combat damage of some kind, and familiarity damage bonus, and a change to attack. Those three things are pretty much consistent with every weapon. Then, for the last two slots, or three slots, if you use one of the Odachis that only has one fixed bonus, you would probably want something either utility or more damage, like final blow damage or grapple damage. The grapple on Odachi is actually pretty fucking good. Look at this hat. Love this hat. Something like Skill Break would be really good. Crashing Waves is a really good guard break move. I wouldn't go with Flat Break, because it already has fucking 118 of it. Or you could do what I did, which was guard key usage and close combat attack key usage. Just makes it more key efficient. Excuse me, I'm buffing. Owie. So much for all the buffing. Snowclops? No. One of these Revenants drops a smithing text. I don't remember which one. Medicine case. What? Pay attention to what you're doing. Pro tip, if somebody is wearing your people as his hat, you probably don't want to fuck with him. I'm not sure how that missed, but okay. Yeah. Fucking snake people. They also have way too much health in this game. Got me. Got me again. I would love to have Bloodborne 2. Since they're not going to patch that anymore. I feel like they should have patched that instead of... Well, in addition to Dark Souls 3. So I think it was an incredible game. It just needed... It was really close, you know? A couple of things, like the RNG for farming gems was too shitty, in my opinion. I play fucking Nioh. But Nioh's a loot game. Bloodborne wasn't. That's why I don't think blood gem farming worked in that game. It'll probably be an Armored Core game, though, to be honest, because they haven't done one of those in a little while. Which I would also be pleased with, because Armored Core is a great series. That's not fair. Plenty of stuff. I like it. Well, it's on the other side. There it is. I agree on the base game. The chalice dungeons were very close to being excellent. But they were just a little too fucky, and the RNG sucked for blood gems. Do you enjoy the arcane build? I think it's the best build in that game. I'm obviously biased. And that's how you die like a bitch. Did you see him fucking swag walk away? What a dickhead. It's okay, I have contingencies for this. Oh, you fuck. You fucky fuck. Ooh, ooh. stone. Where is stone? There it is. That doesn't work? Cool. Excuse me. Yeah, it does. To be like perfect, arcane requires a lot of farming. However, the gems you find during the base game are like fine, and you can still be as strong or stronger than most physical builds. Blood gems aren't really all that, honestly. They only really help for NG plus iterations and the Chalice dungeons, so it's kind of like a feedback loop thing where you don't need the blood gems for the Chalice dungeons, but the only reason to do the Chalice dungeons is the blood gems. Just my opinion. You think farming cold abyssals is bad? Try getting radial flat arcane gems with arcane as the percentage, not physical. Although Bloodborne was farming arcane gems for Bloodborne was the experience that made me never want to save scum anything again. I poked his butt. Oh, hi. Don't push me off. Had that happen a few times. Oop. Up. Oops. So this setup, living weapon, and the kunai setup right now are the fucking stupid OP shit. One-Eyed Dragon's Castle. I'm not really interested in doing the kunai setup though. I like to swing a weapon. I like having the big stick. My stats are pretty straightforward. Spirit, magic, dexterity, so I can use whatever spells I want. I honestly don't need that much, but I don't care about my stats, honestly. They don't matter nearly as much as people think they do. 40 heart, so that I can have... that's the soft cap for key gains. After 40, you start to get 1 every 2 levels, and I'm not interested in that. And then I put the rest into stamina. Stamina boosts my Odachi a little bit, and gives me more carryable weight so I can wear heavier sets once I start to build other sets. Spirit helps It reduces the amount of Amrita you need to charge your living weapon gauge. It also reduces the cooldown after the living weapon gauge ends. And some weapons scale with spirit. Some of them are guaranteed to have spirit change to attack on them. So it's a useful stat. Owie. It also increases the damage of your Spirit Talisman attacks, which are interesting spells. Each one's different. Kind of like it. So the current max level is 400. It used to be 750. I used to be 750. But it was 99 in everything. But when the DLC came out, there was a patch for the whole game. It wasn't just the DLC patch. If that makes sense. Where the max level is 400, and everybody that was 750 got their levels reduced to like 328, and the amount of Amrita required to level up was dramatically increased. So I went from being max level to not being max level and having to level up more. But that's okay, because my build was actually done once I had 99 in the bottom 3 stats. And then enough stamina to equip my gear at B agility. So it was actually complete at 328 anyway. And then I forged a second set of Fanatic gear. Oh, you're gonna be a fuck, aren't you? I did farm a lot to level up because I was out of things to do. So I said, fuck it, I'll just get to the max level. I don't anymore, because like I said, my build is actually complete now. At this point, it's just gaining a couple of extra points of attack on my Odachi. And as you can see, it is not needed. And some more HP, I guess, which helps me if I'm not in living weapon mode. And helps me avoid being one-shot. That way I can activate living weapon manually instead of having it save my life. There are some interesting bugs when Suzaku saves your life. Used to be you would have no toughness. That got fixed, thank God. But now it doesn't seem to properly register critical effects. So I prefer to activate it manually. Yeah, 99 and everything is no longer possible. Which I think is a good change. It means that it actually matters where you put your points. Because prior to that, it didn't matter, so I didn't bother crafting my Fanatic set. I just grabbed some that I found off of a Revenant, because I was eventually going to get all the stats to 99 anyway, so it didn't matter. But since the max level is now 400, there is an element of min-maxing to it, although you have plenty of levels to play with. Just like before, there was no min-maxing, you just max everything. And it wasn't that hard to get to level 750 either. It is actually hard to get to level 400 now. Ooh, nice frame rate. I dodged. That grab is way too good. Hello, Domingo. I imagine this is much more difficult with the fist fighter. As usual, it's kind of a joke with my build. Don't forget the ninjas. Shuriken's another really ridiculously strong build. One that I don't really have the intention of doing. I got my fill of dodge and use ranged attacks in Bloodborne. But actually you can kill with the right inheritables, you can kill fucking bosses in a couple of Storm Kunai. Even since the recent patch where they supposedly nerfed it. Honestly, they should have removed the thrown weapon damage ×2 prefix. Shit. Give me a second. Ooh, bomb build. That'd be basically the same thing as the Shuriken, except you'd be throwing bombs. You'd have the same prefixes anyway. Thrown weapon damage ×2. And increased bomb throwing speed on your gloves. It's weaker than the Kunai build. That's not saying much. Considering two Storm Kunai can take out bosses in the DLC. Mega Horokudama does a lot of wet damage though. So you might be able to carpet bomb the whole thing. I don't know about the single bombs, but I mean, considering they're basically the same build anyway. The ninja bombs are thrown items, or thrown weapons, like the ones you unlock in the ninjutsu tree. There's an achievement for letting him talk. I already got it, so I don't care. Oh, right. Kunai get thrust damage from the spear tree, and damage from behind if you're behind. Forgot about that. And the equipment weight damage bonus, agility damage bonus. Enemies defeated, consecutive attacks. I think they went a little overboard with the door does not open from this side bullshit. This isn't Dark Souls 3, guys. I fucking did my thing. Oh, okay. And damage when you're at full HP. So the bombs don't get any of those bonuses? That sucks. They should. The new prefixes on bows are really fucking good too. Like the auto aim one. There's auto aim, and then there's no guard break, which is actually infinite toughness while you're aiming, so you don't get staggered while you aim with your ranged weapon. I used Yatagarasu for a little bit to get the title. Now that I've got my new Fanatic about where I want it, I think the next gear set I'm gonna make, which the build will be the same. Like this is the build I'm gonna have for the rest, like forever. It doesn't matter. I don't feel the need to respec because stats don't matter nearly as much as people think they do. But the next one I'm going to try is probably going to be heavy armor kunai. Even though I said a minute ago I wasn't going to really give a shit about kunai. It's going to be a heavy armor set, but since mostly the additional attack affixes don't make too big of a difference, I'm going to put thrown weapon damage ×2 on them instead. So I can use an axe with kunai. So I can alternate between spin to win or throwing kunai. Basically, I'm going to be rolling those two builds into one, the spin to win axe and the kunai setup. And that'll allow me to have both equipment weight damage bonus and agility damage bonus on for my kunai, because they both take effect. But I need more stamina for that. So once I get my stamina, once I get to level 400, I'll have 81 stamina, which should be enough for Tatanashi with a different chest piece. I'm not sure what chest piece I want to use with it. Because I don't really know of anything that that the two-piece set bonus will matter. So probably Frontline Soldier. It comes with close combat key reduction, which will allow me to spin more. Oh, another fun thing. The 1.07 patch made it so that you can nearly unlock all of the ninjutsu and Onmyo trees. As long as you skip the passives. I mean, I have versus paralysis here because paralysis sucks. And then I'll have enough for poison shuriken. So I'm guessing with more DLC coming out, more hair, and so forth, we'll eventually be able to max them all out. Which is very nice. Unless they add more spells. So I've heard a lot of people say that the test of a build is how good it is at killing Maria, because she's currently the hardest boss. What does that tell you about this? Oh, Living Weapon's too good. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love... You guys know me, I love the OP shit. Oh, I didn't do Wandering Child. What the fuck? Oh, it's a new one. Gotcha. Okay, I was like, what? I thought I did all these. Let me break my shit down real quick. Okay. What's this mission? I think this is just killing enemies, right? It's my favorite thing. Oh no, it's the Save the Kodaman one. I like those. How about no? See, I can play without Living Weapon. I love that move. So my goal with the heavy armor set is to just, like, cram together all the shit that I don't do on my living weapon build. Which is rejuvenation talismans, fucking kunai, spin to win axe, because I can't spin to win. Hello, Rob. Welcome to the stream. Just discussing my next build now that I'm way too fucking OP with this shit. Living weapon. And I'm trying to play through this mission without using my living weapon too much. Oh, fuck. Alright, so that attack... you see, most attacks won't throw you off the edge if you're attacking. That one apparently does. I actually don't do a lot of the dying, unless I do something stupid. Usually it's stupidity that kills me. Yeah, my number one cause of death is my own stupidity. Get in here, where I'm safe. Okay, that's fun. If you back roll in high stance and then do a quick attack, you do a fucking Artorias jump. Oops, I said I was... Oh well. Extenuating circumstances, I'm surrounded. That's the appropriate time to use your oh shit button. Oh lordy. Yeah, she was a tough boss when I tried to fight her not using this crazy shit. So I can imagine what people who are actually good at the game and don't use stupid OP shit had to go through. Because that's all she is. She's this, and then you have to fight that. And if you're not using that, you get to feel what the enemies feel. Fuck you! What the fuck? I didn't have my damn quick change up. Actually. Actually? I want dual pistols like those enemies have. Okay, now where's my fucking Phoenix? There she is. He's gonna get me. He got me. Haha! I win. Don't I? Fuck you, no. Fuck you, no. Okay. We're gonna be like that. Yeah, no, let's get more dudes. Yeah, that's what I want. Fuck. Hmm. I'm gonna get him. Call your friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Hi, remember me? Yeah. You want some too? Hi. Everybody gets some. Sorry, I had to seek my vengeance. Stop. Oh, hi. You're a little late to the party. Hey there, little guy. You found the fuckiest place in the universe to hide in. Cool. That is completion. Nice. I probably have to do the Twilight missions to get the trophy. Let me check if I have the trophy real quick. I do not. I have to do the Twilight missions too. So still a bit of clearing to do. Let's do these two. They're on a rotation. Hey, why are you coming down there? How about no, okay? Oops, this is the wrong way. Don't run off. You fucking what, mate? Thank you for the joke, Rob. You're lucky, mine's still breathing. That's fucked up, but it's funny. It's really fucked up. Oops. Hi. Back where I started from. Hi. Yeah, I can see why she wouldn't be a fan of that one. So I think they upped the divine rate for accessories. Could be wrong. It could just be that divines in general are more common in Way of the Demon. That's probably the case. Stop. Wheel monks are the worst. Speaking of the worst, Tengu are also the worst. This motherfucker. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Look at that. That's not too bad. Equipment drop rate. I prefer luck. That's close. I need one that has luck using living weapon, and then I'll be a happy camper. Really? Some of what? Some of the Nioh damage prefixes? Various Yasakani Magatama. My recommendation for farming those is Hayaki Yagyo, the mission with the 4 yokai bosses in a row. My guess would be the percentage bonus, because most of them seem to be in the 19s, whereas typically letter bonus will be something like 15% at A. But I haven't tested them. I'm pretty sure the ones with the letter are the duration ones. I could be wrong. Which would increase the duration of the status effect. Go away. Sweet fucking Jesus. So with an HP regen setup and protection talismans, my hope is that the defensive capability would be about the same as what I currently get out of Living Weapon, where I don't really give a shit if I get hit. Because right now, trying to use this setup without Living Weapon, I give a shit if I get hit. You know what I mean? I don't know about viable. If you're trying to do Onmyo only, I think you'll have a bad time, but if you do Onmyo heavy and use multiple different damage types to get the confusion status effect, you'll have a great time, because that is really strong. How am I paralyzed? Oh, I don't have my fucking buff up. Because they still only do like 2,000 each, which is not a lot on a boss. And they're slow. Whereas the Storm Kunai do 2,000 each, but you throw 3 of them at once, and you can throw 6 of them within the span of a single Onmyo shot. But then I haven't tried it with a bunch of damage up percentage bonuses, so I could be mistaken. Maybe those affixes will make the difference. Getting there. Owies. Come and get me. Oh, somebody disabled my pants. See that? Sounds like a euphemism. Oh, somebody disabled my pants. Whatever shall I do? No, please. Every time you do that, bad shit happens to me. Of course. So much stuff. Hi. I think I just learned a new trick for wheel monks. Next one I see, I'm gonna do it. My item box is full! Shit. Damn. My secondary is Itokuri. With Itokuri and Suzaku, I get an extra 44 luck. Well, that's all the missions I can do right now. Well, dump this shit in my box and sort it out later. Oops. Shit, where'd my fan go? What? There it is. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna go over the setup one more time. Basically, I want close combat attack critical, close combat attack key reduction critical, guard key usage critical, a change to attack, and familiarity damage bonus on all my weapons. I have quite a few. These are the ones I'm using right now. I'm still working on my bow and my rifle. But I'm basically going to have auto track, speed up, no guard break, ranged bullseye bonus, long range attack. But like I said, I'm still working on them. So the each armor piece has a bonus that'll give you a certain buff when conditions are met. So status ailment suffered on the pants, after purification on the boots, absorbing Amrita on the helmet. Chest piece is when surrounded. I don't have that on my chest piece. And hand is perfect guard. So I have attack on all of them. None of those bonuses apply during living weapon, which is fine, because living weapon's strong enough. The reason that I have those on all of these is so that I can be more powerful when I'm not using living weapon. So outside of the DLC, it's a little more tenable, but the DLC is pretty hard. And then I have evasion and dash endurance and running speed on my boots. I have running speed and those two for evasion and dash in critical form because there are diminishing returns on evasion and dash endurance. So down there at the bottom where it says evasion, key usage, and dash endurance. Dash endurance. Those are 30%. Once you get to 40%, any value above 40% gives 50% returns. So if I had another 18% on my pants, for example, it would only give me 44% evasion or dash endurance. So that's why I have the critical versions on the pants. I believe there are diminishing returns for these as well, but they do stack. So I have more efficient dodges and more efficient dashing during living weapon mode when I'm critical in living weapon mode. Tenacity and short recovery time, again, for when I'm not in living weapon mode. Attack plus 40. It actually goes to 41. I'm not concerned about that. Luck also goes to 25, but I have 24 luck on everything. But it's really, really rare. Really fucking rare. I'm still trying to find something to put in that item drop rate slot, because you can get equipment and item drop rate 25% on your chest piece, and inherit item drop rate on your hat to basically max out your chances of getting all of the items from bosses. And most of them will be equipment. So I'm trying to get rid of equipment drop rate on my hat and item drop rate on my gloves, but I'm not sure what I want to put on there yet. I'll have to look and see what's available. I might actually put perfect guard on the gloves just for the fuck of it, even though I'm really terrible at it. But I don't really know what else I would put on it. Like, I don't use throwing weapons. Maybe duration bonus on extraction talisman, so that it lasts about as long as Pleiades, and I won't have to cast them as often. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Then I have these two fans. Very nice. They give luck, and luck using living weapon, and drop rate for whatever items, human or yokai. I think that's probably the best setup. And then just whatever Yasukani Magatama, it doesn't matter. This one happens to have yokai close combat damage and living weapon attack enhancement, which is very nice. Let me see if I can fish out my other weapons. Oops, I'm in the wrong menu. I have another Onikiba Kusarigama somewhere here. There it is. With close combat damage instead of critical. That would be useful in a non-fanatic setup like Tatanashi or Japan's Bravest. I need to upgrade my axe. I have two Kaido axes. I don't really like this one. This is my Kaido axe. I need a spear too. And I need a dual swords. But basically these all have the same setup. The difference is that instead of weakened melee weapons, I have final blow damage, if there's room for it. On this one there's lightning, so I don't have room for it. I don't have guard key usage on this one, I have break instead on the axe. Because axes are about trading. That's pretty much it. That's the setup. Thanks to everybody who hung out today. I'll see y'all next time.